Hello, trading is closed on October 23rd, 2018. Wow, what a day, huh? Well, let's go over our calls. We said I wouldn't be surprised if we gapped under yesterday's low, but I couldn't rule out gapping up instead. We did not gap up. I said the pattern typically had an early high, a late low. That's what this pattern is. This is a split high point. This is a counter trend rally, and there's the late low. It doesn't have to end here, but I'm thinking it probably will. When this rallies instead of declines, it leads to further advances unless the pattern's invalidated by gapping and promptly taking out this low. That doesn't seem very likely at the present time. We said that we didn't come down enough to hit this to satisfy the target. That printed. We get to cross another target off the list. It's right here, support resistance level. Since the 2nd of October of 2017, these are all the unfilled targets out of about 650. We're going to add one today. The one near the high, it's part of the system that doesn't print. There's only one lower target which hasn't printed in spite of the fact that we've had a rally all year long. And we have these two from not that long ago. They might fail, but it would make a cleaner picture if they printed, even though they don't have to. They have to at one time or another. They don't have to print soon. During the day, MEJT said right at the day's low that ultimately higher prices would print. Said this rally's false. Said this drop is false. Now it says this rally is false and will retrace and hit 2732.48 most likely tomorrow. But at significant changes in trend, MEJT leaves a failed target. So if this is a major low, and I think it most likely is, major in terms of price, that probably won't print. At least not tomorrow anyway. Well, this is a daily bar completely under the lower Bollinger Band. Here's a daily bar completely over the lower Bollinger Band. We've been saying this low had to be retested, and this is the retest. Note that the TDST lines from here and here support held right at the lower Bollinger Band and right at the TDST lines. And this close was over this close. So for now at least, I consider this to be a successful test. I've been on a sell and hold mentality, but anyone short here should have a very tight stop, if not just close the whole short position out. Well, here are the futures pattern. Futures were negative throughout the entire overnight session. That means retail customers who dominate overnight trading didn't want to buy at all. It's a sign of capitulation. When you get that sign, typically the day's low happens in the first 1.5 hours of trading. Here's some divergences in that we have NASDAQ did not hit a new low. I don't think it did, even though SPX did. We have divergence from RSI, which didn't hit a new low, and from MEJT, which didn't hit a new low. And all we need for confirmation is to continue the rally tomorrow, going over today's close by at least a tick. There's nothing requiring the diamond on stilts pattern to go to completion, but very often it will. Half a diamond's all you need. And if it goes to completion, the target is the origin of the left stilt. Well, if you take another way to get the target, you take the height of one of the legs of the diamond, set at 61.8%, and your target's the origin of the left stilt, and that's quite a bit higher. I guess that's almost 2,900, kind of hard to believe. But this is a perfect setup which allows for, but it doesn't require, a straight line move up to that price level. Now the diamond on stilts, this is inverted. The diamond on stilts doesn't have to go to completion, but we have signs of capitulation. We have a date I've been watching for a long time. And of course I have a day or two tolerance here. System isn't good enough to tell me if this low on the 22nd or this low just after the 22nd is going to be the low. But this looks like a major reversal to me. We haven't had confirmation yet, but if we get confirmation, we could, and ideally it would be by having a gap up over this high, showing this whole decline was not the real thing. If we get confirmation, ideally, but not necessarily by gapping over this high, we could have a breathtaking rally in the short term, and that would not change the picture in the long term. It would just bring us back up to here and give us a chance to enter new shorts. So moves like this don't happen every day. It's pretty hard to trade them because if you're wrong, you get your head handed to you. But anyone short here should really be very careful because if it's confirmed, it could be a stilt up, and that's today's call.